All right, I'm gonna make this as fast as possible. It's been about, on my time, maybe a good week and a half since I recorded this video, and I think this video is gonna help somebody through whatever it is in their life at the moment that you see this video, because crazy enough, when messages are created, they're timeless, right? So I'm outside a funeral home right now. My grandmother passed away 2 Fridays ago, and I'm in a crazy, surreal moment in my life, like looking at things and just seeing it happen, but just seeing it happen, like, is this supposed to be happening to me? Like, we see things happening to other people, or we see things in the movie, like the doctor comes in the door and the doctor is really sad because the doctor has to give the news that the person passes away. And in the movies, it's always like a scene, like it's a movie, it's happening to them. It's not happening to me. It's not happening to me. It's happening to that person. 2 Fridays ago, my wife busts open the door. She's like, "Hey, grandma's having a stroke. Grandma's having a stroke. I need you to get her out of the car." And this is after me working like 10 hours straight. I was about to get a 5-10 minute nap and then get back to work. I jump out of the bed. I run to the door, open the door, run to the car door. Grandma's head is back, and I unbuckle her seatbelt and I pull her out of the car. And when I pull her out of the car, I feel like dead weight, like no weight. And I'm thinking to myself, oh no, not right now. Like, not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Pull her out of the car. And keep in mind, I lift a lot of weight. But someone that has no motor functions, or they're not trying to help you like lift or anything heavy, and I just pull her out of the car and I feel her drop. In my mind, I'm like, damn, I gotta hold her, I gotta hold her up. So I push open the door, which is actually this door right here, and I just lift her, get her as close to my chest as possible, and then put her in the house and put her on the rocking chair or our sectional couch. And her head is back, and she takes 3 last breaths. And I'll never forget, it was like and in my mind, I'm like, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And I'm just like, oh, this can't be happening. My wife is on the phone. She gets the fire truck over there, and she's like, why did they send, she called the ambulance, but they sent the fire truck because he was closest to us. And it's like, it's the craziest thing. Dude comes in the door. He's like, what happened? Did she pass out? Does she have a history? And we're just going through it. My wife's telling her, no. He said, hey, I need you to help me pull her off the couch. We pull her off the couch. He's doing CPR, hooking her up. Another paramedic comes in. They're giving CPR. Another paramedic comes in. They're cutting off her shirt. All these things are happening. And then they take her to the hospital. We get to the hospital 30-40 minutes after all of this happens. And while we're in the room, and let me back up a little bit. Before we would get into the room, they're like, hey, we got a room for you guys. Because from the time that they got there to the house to the time that we got to the room, anywhere from 25, 30, 40 minutes. And we're like, how's she doing? We're like, we got a room for you guys. And usually at a hospital, they take you to like a room where the patient's going to come after. They take us to a serenity room, and I'm dumb. Like, my mind is not even here. My wife is like, oh, they didn't take us to a regular room. They took us to a prayer room. Like, there's a big cross on the wall. There's a place for you to kneel down and pray. And I'm sitting there still, like, not realizing what's going on. And the nurse comes in. It's like, it doesn't look too good. 5 minutes later, doctor comes in. And he's just like, we tried everything. She's gone. And I'm still like, this surreal thing of, is this really happening? Like, this wasn't on the schedule of happening. I'm supposed to be working my butt off right now so I can build this business, so I can take care of my family, so I can send payroll off. Like, I've been working for the last 2 months, 16 hours a day, like driving, making this money. Now I'm finally at a point where I have money in my pocket to pay people. Like, I don't have time to like not work. Like, right, like this is not on the schedule. She's supposed to be here. Grandma was on the way to the school with my wife. They were going to be there. And I was going to go back out driving, and I was going to bring home food for the family tonight. And like that was on the schedule. That is what's supposed to happen. You're telling me that she's gone. And I didn't even get to say goodbye. Like, we don't think about these things. It's not even like I didn't get to do it. My wife didn't get to do it. Like, of course, we're here now. We can say goodbye. In these different things, we got to see grandma afterwards inside the hospital. We got to say our goodbyes. But it's like the last thoughts of the day of, I got this going on. This is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. This is what I have to do in my life today. This is what I got to do. When grandma came out of the room 10 minutes before she passed, I didn't even say, hey, grandma, because I'm so used to seeing her. Sometimes she would stay with us for 2 weeks, a month, 3 months. So when I saw her, I was like, didn't even really interact. And I'm thinking, I had all this stuff that I was supposed to do today. And now none of it matters. None of what I had to do matters. None of what my wife has to do matters. My business partner, which is my best friend, call him. First thing he says, can I come to the hospital? Because he knows what's going on. He comes. We got family. We got pastors. We got people coming to the hospital just to be with us. And it's like, whatever all of us had to do in that day did not matter. Even leading up to what's happening right now, we've been here 8 hours from where I live. We're in Georgia right now. I live in Louisiana. We're in Georgia. 8 hours from where we live. I've been here for the last it's been a little over a week. No matter what I have going on in my life, my wife, or whatever, we're all here in this moment right now for this passing. People are coming up to the church so they can view the body. We have these pre-planned goals, these pre-planned things of what we're going to do, who we are going to be, and all these different things. And to be honest, none of it really matters. Not saying goals, dreams, and all these things don't really matter. But when you have a life-altering thing that happens to you, like grandma will never be there no more. I'll never hear her walk down the hallways. I'll never be annoyed by grandma. I'll never feel grandma's love. I'll never taste her cooking anymore. I'll never hear her say my name with her accent, all these different things. But none of that was on my mind that day. My mind was just like, as it always is. And I'm realizing that things like this mean so much, and it should mean so much, because we have a set thing that we're doing in our life. We have a set path of what we want to, like who we want to be, what we want to accomplish, all these different things. But we miss the small things. What if I would have walked in the door and I just would have gave her the biggest hug ever and then went about my day? I could never do that again. We get so stuck in what we have to do and all these different things that we miss the small things. And one of the biggest things that I've learned over this last week is you can't take this stuff with you. Grandma left so much to her granddaughter, which is my wife, like material things. But it's like we go through life collecting all of these things, going after money so we can buy these things. But all this stuff is temporary. It is very, very temporary. I have like so much stuff that I was building. And when I tell you, the Friday that my grandmother passed, like that was the day that everything was getting ready to like just flip over financially. Because I've been building, I've been striving, I've been pushing, I've been going. And it's like ever since then, everything's at a halt. It started snowing. Ads are not working right. People are not getting into the field just yet. I can go on a laundry list of bad things are not happening. But I'll tell you this, though. I've come to this realization that everything is going to be all right. Every time I need to do something, like right now, my son is like, I've got to grab him some food because we're going to be here for another hour or whatever. I was like, damn, how much money do I got on this card? Just enough money to pay for this right here. Okay, cool. I need to put gas in the car. I got just enough to take care of this right here. All right, I gotta do payroll right before I left over here. I got just enough in my account right now to make sure money goes through to people's accounts. Right before I left, just enough money. Now there's $2 in that business account. It is like everything is just lining up. I keep seeing the number 666. People think it's bad. 666 is just your spiritual people telling you that you need to be going down a certain path, or what you're doing is right, or you need to have faith. Look it up. I record these videos, and I started recording these videos, and I repeat it a lot, is life is not perfect. And the biggest thing is, what are you leaving when you leave this place? Like, when you leave this place right here, what are you leaving behind? Somebody, someday, I don't care if it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, they took a journey right now to watch me for over 13 minutes talk about life and death. Even this channel is supposed to be all about business, but it's really not. It's half and half. I want people to see what it is, what life is really is, a human being behind the picture. I should be really sad right now. But I've come to this crazy thing that most people already know, but it doesn't really, like, you know it, but it doesn't hit you until you're in it. I've come to this crazy realization again that this is a meat suit. Like, all of this does not even matter. Like, your spirit inside, that's what matters. My wife went to the funeral home yesterday to see grandma, and she was like, that doesn't even look like her. She's not even here. I just looked at her temple, and I'm like, oh, that's not her. That's not her. She's gone. Like, life goes past so fast, and we don't cherish it. Cherish your life. If you've made it this far in this video, leave a comment, like this video. This is outside of the business stuff. And by the time you see this video, I don't know when it's going to be, but this is outside of the business stuff. Like, leave a comment, a meaningful comment for somebody to come back and watch this video later. Why is that important? For you to leave a comment and for you to like it. It's just so you're not just standing there like on the sidelines, just taking in knowledge. I get so many texts and emails from people. It's like, oh, that was a great video. Oh, that was a great thing. Even though it'd be like 50 views or it'd be like 25 views. I hope that video changed my life. It's great. But they don't leave a comment for other people. They want me to see it, which is great. Send me a text message, but leave a comment so other people can see that some type of impact, some type of thing is happening. To sum this whole video up, cherish the people in your life. Love the people in your life, because you don't know when they're going to go. You truly don't know. You don't know when you are going to go. No one knows that. And that's why generational wealth is so important. That's why striving to be more and do more is so important, because this whole thing is very temporary. And I'm talking about life. That's why I press on, like, getting past who you are so much. That's why I push so much on building a business that's automated and doing these different things. Why? It's hard, but when you leave this planet, what are you leaving behind? Who are you leaving behind? My grandma left a legacy people are still driving up. My grandma took care of people all around the world, sending food barrels to people all around the world every single time we went somewhere. Doesn't matter what country it is. People loved her because she took care of people. Like, it's all about the legacy that you're leaving behind. Like, what is your legacy that you're leaving behind? This woman took care of so many people. She wasn't even my real grandma. There goes my wife right now. I'm out. Like, subscribe, leave me a fat comment.